your feeling currently from those two speakers?
Song, I feel like the insights and the meaningful information from Doc Lopez and our first speaker, Dr. Francisco, is taking me to the wings of love. Ayan.
Wow.
Wow. I appreciated the insights from our speakers.
Yes. Wow, loving the On the Wings of Love, Thank you very much, Miss Regine. Okay, overjoyed from Ma'am Eileen. Perfect from Ma'am Laline. I see the light, says Sir Jim. Go easy on me. Wow, Ma'am Maribeth. Go easy on you. Sir Bella, superstar. And because you're a superstar, sir, turning it over to Sir Kevin for another superstar to share with us another talk this morning. Sir Kevin, thank you very much and take it away.
Thank you very much, Ma'am V. It's also a super feeling, a superstar vibe to actually introduce another superstar speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker, please allow me to cite something about him. Our speaker obtained his Bachelor of Science in Physics degree from Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology, Iligan City last March 2004, and his Master's in Science in Physics, particularly from the same institute last March 2009. His undergraduate thesis is titled as Measurement of Coercivity, Retentivity, and Saturation and Magnetization of Metallic Samples, while his graduate study is titled Experiments on Resonance and Normal Modes of Frequencies of Sound Waves using a Modified Resonators Apparatus. He is currently teaching graduate and undergraduate physical courses as Associate Professor 3 at Bukidnon State University, Malaybalay City, Bukidnon. Our speaker, my dear colleagues, previously finished researches which account for measurements of speed of sound waves as functions of ambient temperature in 2010, experiments in waves optics using semiconductor diode laser in 2012, and voltage protected semiconductor diode laser apparatus for experiments of college optics in 2013. Our speaker is currently working on a new research project on solar photovoltaic energy design and application. Recently, he is pursuing his Doctor of Philosophy in Education, majoring in physics education at the University of the Philippines Open University, Los Baños, Laguna, Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, how about giving our next speaker a thermal, energetic, and dynamic applause as he talks on teachers' competencies on educational technology integration on instructional methodologies in the new normal. I give you our speaker, Sir Alweland Q. Belio. Hi, Sir
Hi.
Alweland. Thank you very much,
Hello, Sir
sir.
Kebs.
I'm turning over the virtual to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir Kebs, can you hear me? Ma'am V?
Yes, sir. Your
Yes,
audio
sir.
is clear.
Thank you for this opportunity. No? I really wish that all of those previous experiments na I could share to you, those very physics, but this time, as I have been invited by Dr. Romel Tabula to talk as plenary for this very prestigious ISTAR conference. So let me share my slides to you. So I really wish to present to you a talk that is research-based because I have also realized that the previous speakers are really research-based, like Dr. Lopez and Dr. Francisco from Mexico. So I hope that this could catch up with them. So again, good morning. This is Aluilan Cubelio, doctoral student from University of the Philippines Open University, and at the same time a faculty in physics at the Bukidnon State University. for almost 20 years right now. So you can contact me through my institutional email, a.belio@bukso.edu.ph. So this morning, it's my pleasure and I'm proud to share to you this collaborative this study with my equally competent, talented, and beautiful colleagues from the different schools. In the person of the Dibera couple, Sir Jason and Ma'am Mary Grace from PNU, and Ma'am Marisol from DepEd Iriga. So you can download this full paper from the SSRN website. You can click on this, or I will provide the link later on so that you can see the full paper. So this topic is entitled Teachers' Competencies in Educational Technology Integration on Instructional Methodologies in the New Normal. So actually, we came up with this idea in the very first year of the pandemic, because we thought that the teachers, especially the newly hired and the novice teachers, could have something to say about their competencies in addressing the pandemic challenge. So I think everybody is familiar with the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, or PST, wherein we have 7 domains, namely content, knowledge, and pedagogy, learning environment, diversity of learners, curriculum and planning, assessment and reporting, community linkages and professional engagement, and personal growth and professional development. But if you are going to compare that with the NCBTS structure, the NCBTS also has 7 domains, but the first domain here is, instead of content knowledge, it's now social regard for learning. So there's some sort of difference between the two. Anyway, we would like to start first with content knowledge and pedagogy. So there are 2 indicators that focus mainly on upskilling and equipping teachers in using information and communications technology, or ICT, in teacher preparation. So if we go further, deeper into domain 1, or content knowledge and pedagogy, we can see 7 strands to look into. So strand 1.1, content knowledge of its application within and across curriculum areas, followed by research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning, positive use of ICT, strategies for promoting literacy.
Hi, sir. I think you're muted po, Sir Alwi.
Okay, can you hear me now, Sir Kebs?
You're back po, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay po. So aside from the first domain, content knowledge, we also consider the domain 4, curriculum and planning. So for the curriculum and planning, we have 4 stages to consider. Stage 1, the teachers must show skills in the selection, development, and use of variety of teaching and learning resources. And second stage is select, develop, and organize and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, to address learning goals. Stage 3, advise and guide colleagues in the selection, organization, development, and use of appropriate teaching and learning resources. And stage 4, model exemplary skills and lead colleagues in the development and evaluation of teaching and learning resources, including ICT. So all you can hear here is ICT because from the mobile learning that we have learned from Dr. Francisco, we consider also the use of apps, cell phone apps, in order to entice or motivate our students in our online distance learning modes. So the purpose of the research is, number one, to explore the advantages of having foundational knowledge on digital literacy and ways of integrating online materials in their teaching strategy, and determine the use of technology in facilitating student and teacher interactions or student-to-student interaction. Also, identify the aspect of the planning of instructional methods and strategies that teachers find most struggling in integrating technology, especially in this time of the pandemic, and discuss the different challenges of integrating technology in planning for evaluation and assessment, and determine the difficulties of managing blended environments and managing blended routines in an online learning environment. So methods of the study. Basically, we use the explanatory mixed method research design to investigate teachers' competencies on educational technology integration on instructional methodologies. So this is the phase of our study in figure 1. We start with quantitative data collection, quantitative data analysis, connecting quantitative and qualitative phase, qualitative data collection, qualitative data analysis, and integration of both quantitative and qualitative results. This model was adapted from the works of Sabedi in 2016. So the participants here are, we have 132 novice teachers. They answered a survey questionnaire online. We did that using Google Forms. And out of that 132 participating teachers, we were able to get 10 participants to answer the interview. Again, through Google Forms interview. We use purposive sampling technique to study the sole criterion set was participants should be novice teachers in 3 to 5 years in service. So from 3 to 5 years in service, and they participate in this research. Our research instruments include interview, a semi-structured questionnaire consisting of 7 questions, and then a survey questionnaire used for the study was the blended teaching readiness instrument that was developed by Graham et al. In 2018. And for the data analysis, for the quantitative, we use the mean scores and Cronbach alpha coefficient for the instrument's internal accuracy. And we also use the qualitative as used by Miles et al. In 2018, wherein the responses gathered from the interview were processed to come up with specific themes by separating the different problems identified during manual coding. The organization of data to produce discrete files become more convenient. So for the results and discussion, the study primary goal is to evaluate the new teachers' competencies in integrating educational technology into instructional methodologies in the new normal. Explicitly, the study wants to explore the advantages of having foundational knowledge on digital literacy and ways of integrating online materials in their teaching strategy. And themes here includes common tools found in an online environment, learning environment. So I think this includes the Moodle platform that was introduced to us last night. I think by okay, and significant statements were emphasized here, reflected here. So even though the indicators like technical literacy, digital citizenship, and dispositions have relatively high mean and standard deviations here, the description are competent, very competent for both digital citizenship and dispositions. But there are some significant statements like this one. Even though new teachers already encounter digital literacy during their coursework, they still have some difficulties using online platforms. So, teacher participant number 4 said that I am most concerned with interactive educational software because it does not provide specific instructions on operating and how the general software works. And another statement from teacher participant 5, I must say that I also have a struggle when it comes to dealing with educational software like Google Classrooms, simulations, and even with using Microsoft Excel. Since I am still in the intermediate level of digital literacy, I sometimes find it hard to cope with. And that's for the fundamentals of education technology integration. So another objective to explore the advantages of having foundational knowledge on digital literacy and ways of integrating online materials in their teaching strategy. So we have a team disposition. We have this statement here, and another statement for the teacher's knowledge in digital literacy. So according to teacher participant 6, I am delighted that I do have digital literacy. We do have subjects about computers during our college days. Aside from that, of our teachers help us be digital literate. Most of our projects and assignments have digital involvement, and that helps me today. As for the planning, instruction, and facilitating classroom interaction, we have indicators like personalizing instruction, facilitating student-student interaction, and facilitating teacher-student interaction. And in all of these 3 indicators, we got very competent description, and we have significant statements here, like according to teacher participant 1, assessment is genuinely challenging. I struggled in almost every aspect of it. And according to teacher participant 4, integrating technology in assessment making is very challenging since it requires thorough planning and is very time consuming. And also we have activity preparation and planning. For both indicators, planning blended activities and planning blended assessments, we got a very competent description. And yeah, we have some statements here, significant statements, like according to teacher participant 3, incorporating a blended environment and making learning fun makes it challenging to provide instructional methods and strategies for students. In this online teaching learning process, it is hard to plump for the strategies that cater to the needs of the students. And also for the integrating EduTech in assessment and evaluation, for the indicators implementing as blended assessment and evaluating and reflecting, we also got very competent on this. And for the blended classroom management, we also got very competent. So impact and outcomes of the study. So according to Maki et al. In 2012, when faced with limited physical resources and space at home, disrupted schedules, scattered students, and an extended duration of unexpected events like a pandemic, Creative and imaginative strategies are needed to sustain a sound academic program in addition to the integration of technology. So NIES in 2011 defines TPAC as a complex structure for explaining teachers' knowledge needed to develop, implement, and review technology-assisted curriculum and instruction. The content and pedagogy should also blend to develop an effective learning environment. That is also according to Wells et al. In 2019. So the responses of the participants will provide more visible pieces of evidence to improve teaching routines further. It is also beneficial in strengthening the preparation and practices of institutions that offer a degree program in education. A blended curriculum should also receive recognition in developing teachers' foundation in principles of teaching and strategies. Assessments should not only focus on face-to-face, there should also be an option for technology adaptation, such as applications online, software, or programs to develop an output. That is according to Harding et al. 2012 and Chung in Yu 2011. Professional judgment is used to guide the following teaching strategies: curriculum and lesson planning, selecting and implementing sets of teaching methods, classroom organization, and student assessment. Besides, instruction applies teaching methods as manifested in student interactions, teacher attitudes, and classroom tools and resources. So in conclusion, the study explored the teacher's competencies in integrating education technology in lesson preparation. The paper is anchored in the professional standards for teachers, specifically domains that focus on the positive use of ICT. The study reveals that the self-evaluation of novice teachers on their abilities is highly competent. Qualitative data expose the different struggles in teacher preparations in instructional methodologies. Based on the qualitative results, novice teachers are lacking competencies related to online instructional preparations. So we have some recommendations here. I hope we still have time. From findings and conclusion of the study, the following recommendations are endorsed. The school should conduct more training and professional development related to the integration of technology in teacher preparation for both novice and experienced teachers. There should be specific examples and pool of resources for the teachers that will help them in preparing instructional materials such as ICT rooms, technicians for technical support, laptops, and internet connectivity. So there must be enough time that will also help teachers design better instructional materials for their class. This is according to Salehi and Salehi in 2012. This will help teachers to revise, enhance, and validate the reliability of assessment tools for learners. There should be also the conduct of mini practicum during Learning Action Cell or LAC sessions to simulate and review their teaching materials for improvement, and encourage the teacher education institutions to enhance their programs in connection with the integration of technology in teacher preparations. Such practices will help the new graduates to face the reality of the educational system in the country, especially in this time of the pandemic. These are our references. Thank you for listening, and I hope you would subscribe also to my YouTube channel found below. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Maraming salamat, Sir Alwiland. Ayan, let's give Sir Alwiland our thermal, dynamic, and of course,
Yes.
powerful virtual applauses. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing us with such a very meaningful discourse on technological integration, the issues that confront it, and as well as the trends that we may adapt. I have to agree with one of the most insightful nuggets that I was able to obtain from the research of Sir Alwiland, thinking that first, a premise is we cannot do anything already with the situation we are stuck now, given that we have the pandemic situation and everything suddenly changed, specifically in the
Mhm.
academic sector. But I also have to agree with the second premise, my dear colleagues, about Sir Alwillan's claim and the research result that the moment that we're here already is also a challenge to really be technologically equipped. And I believe that technology integration and adaptation is what we really need to improve our assessments and our pedagogical practices as a whole. So thank you very much, Sir Alwilan, for that. I'll also be
Thank
turning
you, sir.
over the virtual floor to some insights, ladies and gentlemen. If we have some questions, queries, and concerns regarding Sir Alway's lecture, please be convictedly and confidently drop them in to our chat box. Okay?
Yes.
We
Okay,
are
so
waiting for that, partner.
yes, yes, my dear brother. Of course, sir, thank you very much for sharing all of those ones. And of course, definitely these developments that you were able to share can definitely improve the speed, the quality, and the cost of goods and services, and eventually not displace number of anxieties that we all are currently experiencing. So thank you very much, sir, for giving
Thank you,
us
Doc
those
V.
nuggets of information. We love those musical instruments in your background, sir. Such a rock star at the same time, a physicist at that. So thank you very much, sir. Sir Kevs, I think we still have a lot of messages in our chat box. And
Yes.
of course, would you like to have those ones read, Sir Kevs?
Thank you very much, Ma'am V. I am actually seeing positive remarks such as gratitude or messages of gratitude to Sir Alwi. Sir Alwi, thank you very much for such a wonderful session. And of course, we are waiting for some respondents or our virtual participants in any case that we have some feedbacks, questions, and other concerns regarding Sir Alwi's talk. Please drop them in or key them into our comment box.
Well,
But
yes, there you go,
yes,
Sir Kevs.
we have
I think
more
we
to
already have one
go.
here. Yes.
I think, yeah, still messages of thank you. Indeed, our participants were enlightened and illuminated about your topic, Sir Alwi. And so I think that it's just but proper to relate to you our gesture of gratitude for such an amazing talk. And my co-moderator here shall be flashing over screen our certificate of recognition for Sir Alwi. Okay?
Yes, that's correct, Sir Kevin. And of course, again,
Thank
we
you
extend,
po.
sir, our congratulatory messages at the same time, our words of thanks, because we definitely learned a lot from you. Hope to see you soon, sir, in UP Los Baños to share insights and of course to speak about your rock star moment while becoming while serving as a physicist there in your institution. So we also hope to reach Bukidnon anytime soon. Am I right, Sir Kevs? Eventually, we'll
Yes.
have those opportunities there. Here we go.
Yes, we look forward to that, Sir Alvi, and we also look forward to giving you your certificate of recognition. The International Society of Teachers, Administrators, and Researchers Incorporated is bestowing to you, Sir Alvi, our certificate of recognition for imparting an informative talk on as a plenary. As a plenary speaker on your topic on teachers' competence in educational technology integration on instructional methodologies in the new normal during this international conclave of educators on scientific researches and innovation studies, cum demonstration teaching, given this 26th day of February at the ISTAR Global Headquarters, all the way from Chonburi Kingdom of Thailand. Signed is our Executive Vice President, Assistant Professor Dr. Sawitri Suwanroa, and of course, our CEO, President, and Founder, Dr. Romel Tabola. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in bestowing the certificate of recognition to Sir Alwiland Acubelio with our heart emojis and virtual applauses. Ayan, maraming salamat, Sir Alwi.
There you
Mga
Thank you
pahabol
go.
na
po.
messages, mga pahabol na messages in our comment box, Sir Alwi. Congratulations, Dr. Belio, for such a very good presentation and a study conducted. Any word from you, sir?
Thank you po, Sir Kevs, Doc V, for this uh, rare opportunity to be able to share to you our research outputs. Thank you and mabuhay to ISTAR.
Maraming salamat, sir, at mabuhay ka rin, sir. Mabuhay din po ang Bukidnon. We're really looking forward to visiting Bukidnon in one point of our existence. Ayan, maraming
There you
salamat.
go. I love that line, Sir Kevs. Thank you very much, Sir Alwilan. And of course, your name alone is very peculiar, just like your talk as well. So we hope to see you soon again to share insights and share researches with you, sir. So marami pong salamat, Ginoong Bello. Oh, there you go, from the physics world. Now, looking forward to another speaker, my fellow moderator. And we have heard from 3 speakers now, and it's our 4th, Sir Kevs. I hope that your energy is still vibrating and
Oh, my
resonating just like your
goodness.
curly hair. No
Yes, and
matter
just
how
like my
busy we
curly hair,
are.
Ma'am V, I can assure you that my energy is still sustained.
I
Ayan.
love that
How about
level
you?